Hi all. Okay, time for another video. I have a couple of things to talk to you about today. As a longtime thrifter and someone who has spent years learning pretty much every day in this thrifting, picking business, I want to talk about a couple of things that I've recently found and that taught me new things that I did not know before. It's like the old cliche, you learn something new every day. And the first one I want to talk about is this beautiful, let me see if I can hold it up in the correct direction. This incredible Carlo painting that I found. This is Carlo. It's an oil, and it looks like it's pretty much mostly palette knife work. And I found it, and I was at a restore actually, and I turned and I saw it, and I was like, ugh, that is so beautiful. So no questions asked. I just grabbed it. I thought that's going to be fun. I will research that one. So I got a couple of good pictures of it and started doing my research and realized that Carlo was a person, but he was very much along the line of Andy Warhol in that he had an art factory set up. From what I've read online, it looks like Carlo was a set designer, and he may have actually worked on the set of I Love Lucy. And this would have been produced back in the 50s to early 60s. And as I understand it, what would happen was that some of the work he would do himself, but a lot of it he would just do a sketch out or kind of give the other artists an idea of what he wanted. And there was a group of artists that became known as Carlo of Hollywood in his setup, and they would paint the pictures. Some of them are prints and they're numbered, or they're duplicate pieces. So he may have said, make 20 of these, and they were numbered. And as I've understood from my research, they were sold in furniture stores in the mid-century modern period around the United States. And people who loved that look would buy them. And I think at the time they could be purchased for around $100 to $200 US. So back in the day, the late 50s, that was a lot of money because you could buy a house for $10,000, $12,000 back then. So $100 was a lot of money. And this piece is absolutely stunning in yellows and burnt oranges and black, and I just love it. It is up for sale. I'd love to be able to have somewhere to hang it, but I'm an artist as well, and I paint, and my home is filled, the walls are filled with my own pieces. So as I have nowhere to put it, it's up for sale. I have it on Facebook Marketplace right now. If it doesn't sell within 2 weeks, then I will move it over to my vintage booth and hang it there. But you can, if you want it, you can contact me by sending me a DM, and I'm very happy to ship wherever it needs to go. So the other interesting thing that happened while I was out in my travels last week, sometimes I like to go to the thrift stores when it's quiet and it's maybe late in the afternoon. Everybody who's going has already been, but it's still a little bit of time left where the staff in the production department are still rolling, as they call it. They're still bringing out new items. So it's kind of that 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. A lot of them leave around 4 o'clock. As I may have mentioned before, I did used to work at a Value Village in production, in housewares and the home decor area, and I know that a lot of them would leave by 4 o'clock. So it's kind of a great time to slide in and wait for the carts to be rolled out. And I was in just that situation, and a cart was rolling out, and I gasped when I saw what the lady was bringing out. This is it. This is what she was bringing out. It's massive. It's over 2 feet tall. It has no chips. It's in beautiful, beautiful condition. And I have sold a fair bit of Empoli glass, but much, much smaller pieces. Usually the goblets, you know, the brandy snifters, that kind of thing. And I just gasped, and they wanted $50 for it. And I thought, I gotta grab that, because it's gonna give me an opportunity to do research. I kind of thought in the back of my mind, what if it's reproduction? But for $50, I was willing to take the chance. So I grabbed it, and I ended up joining a Facebook group for people who love Empoli glass and who sell Empoli glass and Italian glass. And that was the best thing I could have done, because they immediately gave me the lowdown on what it was. And apparently it is it's still vintage. It's early 2000s reproduction piece. The thing that the one lady said was this piece right here. If it was Empoli from back in the 50s and 60s, it would have been the same color as this. It wouldn't have been clear. Empoli apparently didn't do anything clear. So this is a production piece, probably from China, if we're being honest, but it's a gorgeous piece, all in hobnail, and it has the amber glass foot on the bottom, and people have said they haven't seen that in an authentic Empoli piece either. But it is stunning decorator piece nonetheless, and I will be pricing it and putting it in my booth, and I will make money on it. What they said was that it was a production piece that was largely sold in decor stores and like Pier 1 imports, that kind of thing. So, but a lot of Pier 1 imports, since they closed, are kind of becoming vintage and collectible, and people like them. People like the items for decor. So those were the 2 big lessons that I learned in the last week. I now know what Carlo of Hollywood is when I see it. And what happens to me usually when I find something the first time is that my antenna, once I know and it's incorporated into my thrifting brain, the antenna in my head will know it when I see it, and it will pick it out when I see it somewhere thrifting. So just thought I'd leave it there for today. It's not really a haul, but it's what Kim at Fearless Funky Finds learned this week. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like it, if you like me and you like what I have to offer, like, subscribe, and share the videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.